Okay, I'm Nick van der Graaf. I used to be FAO's Chief of Plant Protection Service from about 1986 to 2006. So I have a long experience with Engpress from, let us say, 1994 to 2006. That's also helpful, I hope, for the historical review.
What are your expectations? What do you think about this evaluation?
Well, I think an evaluation is timely. In general, the whole situation, as you look at it now, seems on one hand to call for an extension of the Empress program, but on the other hand, how it needs to be extended and what it needs to be extended with is not very clear. Therefore, I think an evaluation to understand what is done at the moment, how this has changed over time, and how it will, or if it could be in future, adopted to other situations, is justified at this time.
What are your expectations from this evaluation?
Well, I said already, I believe that there is some way ahead, and also by doing that, keeping the integrity of the program and keep focus of the program, because there's always a tendency to call a lot of things with a certain name, and then if those other parts cannot deliver, it will basically harm the overall program, and then in the end everybody says, oh, the program was a failure. Well, it's not a failure at all.
So do you think the evaluation can help it somehow?
Sorry?
Do you think the evaluation can help somehow?
Well, that's what the evaluation should do. They should really identify what are the parts you call Empress, what the scope of Empress is, and possibly how it could be in a profitable way extended to other situations, other disease or pest situations on which that approach would be suitable.
What did you do in these 2 days?
That's what we did. We looked at the history, how it came about, the program.
Could you tell me in these 2 days, because you're not going to listen to my questions, so we gather, if you can start the sentence by saying in these 2 days or in this workshop, or just with a complete sentence, sorry.
Oh, okay. In this workshop, we looked basically on, again, what I said earlier, on what the program originally was, what its basics were, when then the Director General decided that something like that had to be done, how he limited us to certain items, and how he approved certain items. He set basically the parameters for interventions, and then he got it approved by the FAO conference. Now, gradually, of course, you get an extension of such a program, you get things introduced which may not have been necessarily so good. So I think we looked at that, we looked at the origins of the program, we looked at what could be done and what possibly could be done in future if funding, of course, would be available, and also how that would be connected to other parts of the organization, and also the other work of FAO that deals with pests and diseases.
What do you think is this program important?
Different from?
Why do you think important? that this program is important, and why do you think this program should be with FAO?
Well, first of all, I think this is the only, FAO is the only organization that can do things like that, which can indeed get the countries to cooperate on diseases and pests that are spread between countries and so on. So that is an important comparative advantage of FAO. The second part I can't remember of your question. So.
I think, why is FAO suited to have this program, and why this program is important?
Well, I said already. Maybe I should start again. Okay. This deals with issues that have to do with several countries, first of all. Therefore,
You said with this?
well, sorry. This deals with several issues that deals with sorry. Then I have to define issues.
Are you talking about MPS, or are you talking about...
I'm talking about Empress, yes. So I start off with it. Now, Empress deals with things that are supernatural, which involve many countries, with things that are not immediately. No, sorry, this is wrong. I have to start all over again. Yeah. Empress deals with several things that. Now I have to sort my mind a little bit.
The reason why I feel
why is Empress suited to FAO? Why not another organization? I think FAO is the only organization that can deal with a number of countries that have the same problem. Which the problem being either migratory locusts or introduced diseases or diseases or insects that are spread by birds and so on. Now, if such things happen, governments have to intervene. Whilst with normal diseases or pests of plants, the farmer has to intervene. Here, governments have to intervene. And governments have to cooperate with each other to have an information system and to have prevention of such things to happen. Therefore, there is an important role for FAO on that. And that's what we try to address in this. That's also the focus. In my view, the program will have to continue.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
That was it.